And this, I mentioned, you remember how the wheel was all the way back, or the fender at one time was all the way back to the axle hole. See where it's at now? You can see we've lost a lot of the original part. So at one time it was clear back to the axle hole. When we added the plywood in the inside, that gave it the strength and stopped us from sanding all of it away. Just a quick little trick. You take the wheel off, you can imagine the other fender being on, and to keep them even, you just sand across both of them at the same time. That way they'll both come out even. Anyway, I think that should conclude this. You know, at this point, individual preference is, you know, up to the builder. And this, I shape in here also with the sanding block, and get the shape through here that I want, you know, rounded or concave or whatever. But anyway, that should give you enough information to get going on. I hope I've helped you. If you have any individual questions or don't quite understand what I was doing, feel free to ask me. I'm out there on the web, on the forum, and my racing team name is Spacewalker, if you didn't already realize that. Anyway, that's a start. I don't want to go any further until I get the other fender opposite that, so I can sand it in and get the same shape on the other side. And then I would, at that point, get serious with the final sanding by hand. You know, to do your rounding, and you can sand in here, do concaves, rounds, however you would like to do that. But at that point, you know, this is the basics, the rough shape. See how it looks from the front, and here's how it looks from the side. Oh, there's one other thing I need to show you before I conclude this. And I probably better shut the camera off again, and I'll come back for the final session. I guess we're back on camera again. I need to show you this one thing that you don't want to forget to do. As you see, you have this is setting in here at a 90-degree angle, your bottom of your fender. You're going to have to sand an angle into that so it'll ride down the track without touching the center rail, which will slow the car down. And that's pretty simple by just coming in here at an angle like this. Hope you can see that on the camera. This only takes a second. Make sure we give it the proper clearance. See what I'm doing is starting to, this would sand faster, but remember we have that 1/64 ply in there that slows it down a little bit. I'll get this sanded and you can see what I do so it won't touch the center rail. Of course, I'm sure all of you that's already used fenders already realize that, and that's probably not new to anybody. But it is something that has to be done. Something about like that should take care of it. You can see now that it's not square anymore. By the ruler there you can see that there's been quite a bit of the bottom of the fender taken out. One other quick thing. Of course, you'd all know this. Put the wheels back on. We'll get something flat here so you can see what I'm doing. You want to make sure you have the clearance. Ground clearance, track clearance, whatever you want to call it. Put both wheels on, and what I'm talking about is the clearance in here. I don't know what size that is, about a 1/8 or something, but there needs to be track clearance under here. And you can see when I slide the piece of balsa under there that there is clearance. And I don't know whether you can make it out on the camera, but of course we have to have the clearance there. Clearance around here. Might not be a bad idea between painting each coat of paint that you sand out the inside of your wheel well, because the paint will build up quickly in there and it could make your wheel not turn free. I've had that happen a couple times. I knew that, of course, when I got to test my car on the track, and the wheel wasn't running totally free. Right now it is, and we should be in good shape, and I hope that's what everybody was wanting to see. As you can see, it's a pretty simple process, but you will have to purchase some model airplane materials. The balsa, I use 1/2-inch balsa and 1/4-inch balsa. Anyway, that's going to conclude the video, and I hope it's been helpful. Any questions, be sure and ask. Thank you, and this is Spacewalker signing off.